The Trial is a novel written by Franz Kafka and published posthumously in 1925. It tells the story of Joseph K., a bank clerk who wakes up one morning to find himself under arrest and thrown into a bewildering and irrational judicial system. The novel explores themes of bureaucracy, guilt, and the absurdity of human existence. The story begins with Joseph K. being arrested by unidentified agents for reasons unknown to him. Despite his protestations of innocence, he is told that he must stand trial. However, the court proceedings are shrouded in secrecy, and Joseph K. is left to navigate a labyrinthine bureaucracy without ever fully understanding the charges against him. As Joseph K. delves deeper into the trial, he encounters a series of bizarre characters, including the court officials and his own defense lawyer, who offer little clarity or assistance. He becomes increasingly frustrated and paranoid, searching for answers and trying to defend himself against an unknown crime. Throughout the novel, Joseph K. oscillates between moments of defiance and resignation, as he grapples with the absurdity and hopelessness of his situation. Kafka portrays the court as an oppressive and faceless entity, devoid of transparency and accountability. The trial process becomes a metaphor for the human condition, highlighting the individual's struggle against an indifferent and incomprehensible universe. As Joseph K. tries to make sense of his predicament, he realizes that he is not only up against the court but also the wider social and moral order it represents. The novel is characterized by a pervasive atmosphere of tension and anxiety. As Joseph K. becomes more entangled in the trial, his personal and professional life begins to unravel. He becomes isolated from his friends and colleagues, and his relationships suffer. Paranoia and fear consume him, as he starts to question the motives and actions of those around him. As the narrative progresses, Joseph K.'s desperation intensifies. He seeks out legal advice, engages in futile attempts to assert his innocence, and even embarks on a futile romance with a woman associated with the court. However, his efforts only serve to reinforce his powerlessness and the absurdity of his situation. Ultimately, the trial ends without resolution. Joseph K.'s trial remains unfinished, and he is left in a state of perpetual uncertainty. The novel concludes with his execution, which is carried out without explanation or justification. This enigmatic and abrupt ending leaves readers with lingering questions about the nature of guilt, justice, and the human condition. The Trial is regarded as a seminal work of existential literature, exploring themes of alienation, the dehumanizing effects of bureaucracy, and the futility of attempting to find meaning in a chaotic and arbitrary world. Kafka's use of vivid and surreal imagery, combined with his precise and unsettling prose, creates a haunting portrayal of the human struggle for understanding and autonomy.